Hey, what's up, guys? BJ Gruber here. Today I'm gonna try something new for 20 minutes. I'm just gonna have you guys ask me whatever you want, and I'll respond. Uh, what's been going on this week? I started writing a new project, and I started filming it tomorrow night. It's gonna be like an anthology of the purpose of life. Tomorrow's going to be starring James Daniel Hall, guy's a star, and I'll be filming it and directing it. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be funny. What else is going on? Been in for a lot of projects on hold. Booked a new reading of a musical, which has some funding behind it. So hopefully they'll keep me on board for that. That would be really cool. But can't really tell you anything about that because it's not off the ground yet. And I haven't signed any paper, so you never know what could happen. What's going on with you guys? Talk to me. What else? I've been taking class at one-on-one. That's exciting. Let me add the date to this. This might just be 15 minutes long. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how much I have to talk about. Filmed a short film recently called Trigger, which is about gun violence, so a little different than what I'm usually doing. But I was the AD on that. How did I meet Ken? I met Ken through a casting website. He brought me on board for the Queens project, and I slowly started to help him produce it, and doing location scouting and helping the magic happen, and started taking on a bigger role in post production. But it's really Ken's baby. He wrote it. And it's sort of his vision that we're helping come alive. I mean, we have a lot of input and some creative character stuff that we can add, but Ken's writing the plots. You know what I'm saying? And the scripts. I do have family that lives in Virginia. I grew up in Richmond, Virginia. Went to James Madison University, which is also in Virginia, and I moved here about 6 years ago. Been living in Queens most of that time. Went on tour, went on cruise ship, but in and out of New York since then. What's up, Jose? How's it going? How's it going, bud? Yeah, why? Do you live in Virginia? Richmond? Yeah. Is that where you're at? What else is going on? I did a shoot today for a wellness company's Instagram post. It's actually they make a vaginal health supplement. It's like cranberries and other stuff like that to help prevent UTIs. I went to Godwin High School. Where'd you go? Godwin, it's over in the west end of Henrico, which has really blown up since I was a kid. When Henrico now, at Shore Pump is like this giant mall and like this little metropolitan area, but when I was growing up, it was just it was like trees and there was cows. We had a Walmart, but now it's like this whole thing. Oh, cool, man. Oh, private school. Mr. Fancy over here. Nice, yeah. My brother-in-law went to Tucker. Tucker's special. They got that football stadium. That's a pretty cool high school. Sexy Burrito. It's been my gaming handle for like 10 years. I just never changed it. It's always what it's been. Gotta love Chipotle, right? I've always thought it was funny, and never wanted to change it. My little avatar is like one of the Steam stock avatars. It's like a little bear on a flag, like a grizzly bear with like a green, white, and blue kind of striped flag. Yeah. My brother-in-law went to military school as well. He went to VMI, and he did the ROTC over at Tucker. So did your brother also go to Tucker? Because they probably know each other, depending on their ages. Yeah. What else you guys got? Let's talk. Thoughts on PlayStation not allowing users to change usernames? Well, I think for any platform, making people stick to one name sort of gives them accountability. It takes away their anonymity, but it also, it it makes them more recognizable, so they can't be like complete jerks on the internet. Oh yeah, Paul graduated in like 2004, so they're a couple years apart there. Why did I decide to do stream? YouTube raised the necessary hours for their partner programs, so live streaming is honestly like a really easy way to boost my ability to create ad revenue. So yeah, the ease of that, because like I can make a 1 hour video every day, and like some people will jump on there and talk to me, and like maybe talk about playing the game that I'm playing, and like help me pick characters. Um, and maybe ask me like about some stuff that I'm working on. But it really, to get that interaction and to help me meet YouTube's partner program. How did I know about video games, especially Dota 2? I love Dota 2. It's also very easy to stream because it doesn't take that much bandwidth and it doesn't make my computer lag. So that's the main reason I like mostly stream that game. But I was on tour with 50 Shades of the Musical. I toured with them for about a year, did their off-Broadway workshop here in New York, and and some of the guys in the band were playing this game, and I was like, "What the hell are you guys doing all the time?" And we were like stranded in Indiana, with like there was like an IHOP downstairs at the hotel, so I jumped on there and played with them. And yeah, it became like a real bonding thing, and like just like a way for us to pass the time in the Midwest. And we played teams together. Um, I also play Fortnite a lot now. I used to play Counter Strike a ton. I played Skyrim, played Dragon Age Origins. Love that game. Like I grew up playing the Final Fantasy games, so I've always loved those. I played all the Resident Evils. I used to play like all those sports games on my PlayStation, but I don't even have a console anymore. And I only recently just started like really playing video games a lot again. Uh, when I got my computer that I got for editing, because I didn't really have a system powerful enough, and like I was just kind of moving around too much to really like even have a TV and a station set up. I was like living that theatrical gypsy life, you know. Um, yeah. So yeah, man. I played all the Final Fantasies. Um, really starting at six. I played six, seven, 8 and 9. I don't know why, but I really loved 8 and 9. Maybe it was just like the time of my life that I was playing with them. But like Squall and the Gunblades, those were so cool. And then in 9, Vivi, like the little mage, like I'd always rename him BJ because like I always thought he was like a little misfit. I thought he was cool, and I sort of identified with him. All right, see you, bud. Yeah, I played Borderlands. It's a really great game. I mean, the graphics are incredible. The storyline was really great. I have it on my computer. I've always liked Borderlands. It's pretty cool. How old am I right now? I am. How old am I? What year is this? Give me 1 second. I am blank years old. It is 2018. My birthday's in September, so I'm 27 years old. I was born in 1990. In the future, I'd like to be able to keep, making the art that I've been making, and I'd like to make some more art that can make a difference, in people's lives. Hopefully for the better. Like that's the idea, right? We wanna be able to change people to affect them. So I'd like to write and tell some of my stories and my experiences, and let that, guide how it affects other people. I can't reveal too many details, but that might be out in May. I know their picture is locked, and they're doing some finishing touches, and then they'll decide what time it is best to release that. Trading card games? Yeah, man, I have like a million Magic cards. I played the Game of Thrones living card game too. Is like the turn phase is really complicated. Honestly, I lost like my first 80 games of it, but that's another game that I learned on tour. Um, and um, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I built a direwolf deck. I always like the Starks. You know, the Starks are really easy to jump on board with in that card game. But the Lannisters still always win somehow. I always lose with my Stark deck, but I like having all the direwolves and like the little special abilities. Like if you get Arya with Nymeria, they both get a boost, and if you get John with Ghost, they get a little boost. So I always thought that was cool. They're just fun to play with. Fix my screen a little bit. That's a little bit better, I think. Yeah, dude, it's right here. I had to like, man, I went all over searching for that whiskey, but I finally found it. Borderlands 3. Um, Game of Thrones. Yeah, I played Catan too. We played Catan pretty regularly. This is Featherbone. I had to find it. Every place that Featherbone said on their website they served it, they didn't, and it's hard to get websites to mail liquor to New York. There's something about like crossing state borders into New York City. Um, Apparently 2K Borderlands 3. Yeah, I mean I would check that game out. I mean 1 was great, 2 was really good. Uh, I wonder what Borderlands could do that would make it worth doing again. Update on the Queen's project. We lost our composer. He Yeah, it's a little less expensive if you can buy it in person than the website, which is why the other reason I was like trying to do it. But I found a bottle for 45, which isn't terrible, but I don't drink too much of it at a time. Just like the taste of it really. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to sit around getting drunk off of it. That would cost you a bit. Go for some a little cheaper, a little higher proof than doing those things. Um, Queen's Project, yeah, we're searching for a new composer. I think we found a couple different people that we are sort of interviewing. We're trying to figure out who's the best fit. We have one guy, and most of his stuff's a little too moody, a little too dark for what we do mostly. Because I don't know if you watch season 2, but like a lot of it's like kind of really upbeat, sort of theatrical sounding, and we're looking to keep that general feel. Um, so yeah, hopefully one of these two composers will work out. If not, I'm gonna try and coerce my friend Riley into doing it because we're desperate. Because our composer was supposed to be done by now, and that's our last piece of the puzzle. But we don't want to, we spent so much time and we raised so much money to get it up there that we don't want to put it out before it's really the best it can be, because it's not worth it to do that. BioShock. I have Infinity, but I haven't finished playing it yet. I kept getting distracted, and then I was playing Dota again, and yeah. So at some point, I'll give Infinity a full go. I'm well, Athos. How are you, bud? And Paul, I am looking forward to your review of Featherbone. Um, to me, it smells like vanilla and allspice. And yeah, it sort of tastes like cinnamon. It's a very like spicy, but I mean, still, this is the bourbon. What I noticed about the rye is that it was a little mellower, but I mean, I guess that's normal for the difference between bourbon and rye, right? Thinking of trying it out, but yeah, we really need like some kind of light stuff. I started CrossFit um about 6 years ago, the first year that I moved to New York. But I mean, I've been doing fitness for I never stopped. Like I played sports through high school and I was dancing starting in middle school, and I was always doing something. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my shoulders. It's mostly better now, just like some tendonitis flaring up from all the gymnastics I've been working on. But I should be able to get back and lifting in tomorrow. Had been doing like cardio and yoga this week. I also I went pretty hard on the open, and like my knee isn't completely healed, so I was doing some compensating in my right shoulder, and my full body movements. But I think I'm feeling pretty good now. I'm gonna like slowly ramp my way back into it, going full speed. Because I love working out. I love it. I just wish my body would keep up with me as I get older. But I find that I have to do like more and more prehab every day. Like I have to like spend a lot of time doing joint prep. Got to warm up my knees. Got to warm my wrists. Got to warm up my shoulders. And like suddenly I'm like doing an hour long warm up and only have 15 minutes to work out. And it's funny how that works, isn't it? 1999 modem BioShock. Did you ever play like the original Wolfenstein on like Windows 98? Man, it was in like 64-bit. I remember and yeah, it must have been 1998 or 1999. Um, I was playing Madden on the PlayStation 1, like it must have been, and it like the graphics looked terrible. And my grandpa looked at the screen and he was like, "Oh, who's playing?" And I was like, it's the Giants, Grandpa." And he's like, "Yeah." And he was like cheering, and it took him, I don't know, 6 minutes um, before he realized that it was a video game and like didn't matter. He's like, "Ah, come on, this is all pretend." I'm like, "Ah, Grandpa, no, man, it's fun." Fitness, no, I mean, competitive fitness isn't easy at all. Like, it hurts every day. But I enjoy moving my body, and I get like real restless when I'm not. But yeah, I mean, the 3 minute videos I edit, like, man, that took me like 2 hours. Not editing the video, but doing all the stuff that led up to it. Wish I could add music to this, but I'd have to find something that I have the rights to, which would be boring, because that music's always boring. It's like elevator music. And then I'd have to put it on repeat, which would also be terrible. So maybe I'll explore that next week. I'd have to like, I'd have to siphon jet from iTunes, which I could do. I might be able to build it right now, honestly, but I'll worry about it next time. Doom, yeah, I played the Dooms as well on the computer. I remember Doom 1, 2, and then 3. 3 was when the graphics made a huge leap. Paul, man, I live in Queens. Duh, the best, bro. Maybe it was like all the Nazi paraphernalia in Wolfenstein that you didn't like. I mean, that's like a huge theme throughout the game. Granted, you're like an American killing Nazis, which is fun, but I'm not gonna get too political on this right now. Um, I haven't. I have a list of movies that I need to catch up on, and Love Simon's on it. Um, I feel like I don't know enough about it to make an educated conversation based on it. But I'm reading a review. I remember seeing previews for it too. Yeah, that's on my on to watch list. I do see that they doubled their budget in the box office. They spent 17 million on it and made 35 so far. So, good for them. So, the one thing that I will say is that um, it is great that an LGBT oriented movie was able to become a major box office feature like that, and to make a huge profit. You know, cheers for them. Regardless of what you think about the film, it's a great step forward in LGBT art. I never played Gears of War. No. All right, Arthur. Because we're friends, I won't say anything bad about Staten Island. Um, I've enjoyed the Marvel movies. They're Tomb Raider. I used to play the Tomb Raider games on PlayStation. Yeah, like I played them through a couple times. Not like replayed 10 times, but yeah, I played them. Um, I think it was on the N64, wasn't it? I feel like it was. Marvel movies. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, I love Marvel movies. Disney bought them a little bit ago, and they have become much shinier, haven't they? I would say they're more round. It's like a box with curved edges. Um, cool. I mean, I gotta check that one on too. I haven't seen anything. Been like working, and then when I get home, I don't want to watch movies because like I just worked on them all day or I edited them. I get kind of sick of movies, which like sucks because I love them, but I work on them all the time. Um, yeah, I loved the new Spider-Man movie. I thought that was really cool. I'm trying to think of the other. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Those are really really awesome in my book. You guys are giving me so many great movies to watch. I'll have to check all those out. Major Disappointment. Let's see what that's about. Hmm. I'm having trouble finding it. Is it on IMDb? Who's in it? I don't see any movies called that. Are you sure that's the title of it? I just act and I do commercial and print and catalogs and I write content and I partner with brands for their social medias. So that's what I do for a living, Alejandro. Just like a ton of different things in the entertainment industry. If I could have a superpower, what would I like to have and why? Um, uh, Wolverine's like natural born superpower, like insta healing. Because then I could work out without really ever even warming up, and I feel like I could be a pretty great superhero that way. If like all your injuries heal instantly, because like you're gonna be super strong, right? Because like your muscles always heal immediately. Um, and yeah, I feel like you get a lot done with that. Um, yeah, I doesn't go far enough. I'm sorry, I haven't watched it yet. I'll have to watch it so I can have an educated discussion with you about it. But I wouldn't want to make assumptions about a movie I haven't seen. I feel like it wouldn't be fair to the movie. But yeah, Alejandro. I started studying acting when I was like 12 years old. I studied in high school. I got a degree in it. And I came here and I got a pretty wide skill set of what I can do in the entertainment build. So that is my profession, but I do a ton of different stuff inside of it. Oh, Tomb Raider movie? Oh, now I see what you're saying. I did see it. Yeah, it was sort of embarrassing, right? It wasn't a great film. Myopia. Nearsightedness. I am nearsighted. Why do you ask? I have glasses. I don't usually wear them. They're in here somewhere, but I can't see them. I'd have to get closer. Edit professionally. Only the stuff and videos that I've worked on. I haven't edited for other people yet, other than my friends and stuff I filmed for them. But I could edit professionally. I just like that hasn't been my focus so far. So far in my career, we've got let's say 6 minutes left on this. If you have any questions, get them out, guys. But yeah, I know how to edit in Final Cut and Premiere, and I know how to color correct in DaVinci Resolve. I put like a little schedule for my stream. I put it up earlier today that I'd be on at 10. Did you guys see that? And was it useful in knowing when I'd be on? Because I don't know how that's actually broadcast from my channel or if like it sends emails to my subscribers. But I was hoping it would help. Um, go through dry spells. Generally, when I'm going through dry spells, like this winter's been kind of slow, I start writing a lot and I start figuring out. Have it going, bud. Um, I start making more content myself. Um, because it helps strengthen my brand and it. Okay, thanks, Arthur. And it helps me sort of stay on top of being a creator, which is important to me. But yeah, yeah. Like I'll go like 2 weeks without finding a gig, and I'll have a lot of callbacks or whatever, auditions, get put on hold, not book anything, and I'll be like, ugh, I was never meant to act. I'm not cut out for this, and then I'll book something the next day. But it's never been bad enough to make me want to quit. I write sketches. Lately, I've been writing some works for Social Change. Yeah, check out my resume on my website. It's myname.com, and you can see all the theater stuff I've done. Um, yeah, I've done a ton of off-Broadway shows. I co-wrote a couple of them, and toured, done cruise lines, worked at a lot of theaters around the U.S. and in Canada. Worked in the Bahamas with Disney. Yeah, tons and tons of theater. Oh yeah, I know what you meant, Arthur. The dry spells, it's real, right? Being an artist, I'm sure you understand. Happens to the best of us. And the worst, but also the best. Um, my last relationship with another guy, and how did I meet him? I met him at a callback for a theater, and that is all I will say about that. I haven't been to Minneapolis yet. I don't think. I might have toured there with 50 Shades. Chris no habla español. Sorry. And overseas, no, just in the Bahamas and in Canada, which is technically outside of the United States, but not overseas. We've got 2 more minutes. To think of it, all of my relationships started something art related. That's my problem, dating other artists. Because that means all of us are crazy. Uno más minute. Jackie, where are you from? You from Europe? Atmadia. You from Espanol? Yes, sir. To Arthur, are you working on that? Are you composing down there or conducting? Sorry, conducting. Yeah, dating artists, crazy man. It's always been a bad plan. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for me this week. Um, I'll be on early next week. I don't know what day, but congratulations on the gig, Arthur, and I will catch you guys